Hi, I'm here with Chuck Rath. He is the GM of Fairway Auto Auction in Edgerton, Wisconsin. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Chuck, I think it was about a month ago when I was in Wisconsin and touring your facility, Chuck. But when I was there, it wasn't during live auction. So, welcome, and I'd like to see if you wouldn't mind taking us behind the scenes, giving us what that before looks like, the hurdles you and your team are clearing before that first car hits the block.
Sure, I can do that. And good to see you again, Jenny. Um, Usually, our normal sale day is Tuesdays. Sometimes it gets interfered with Christmas and New Year's, but other than that, we always run on Tuesday mornings. So our busiest days are Friday and Monday. We're picking up cars, getting cars ready to go, setting the auction lanes, setting the cars in their right numbers on Monday so that when the auction starts, everything runs smooth. We get them in the order that they're supposed to go in, and they're all marked with the proper miles, the proper condition. We take pictures of every car that we check in. We also will vacuum and clean out all the garbage. So there's a lot that goes into it before they hit the auction block.
Gotcha. So there are lots of moving pieces. If you had a day in the lifetime video time lapse, what's the one thing that happens at the auction that would absolutely surprise someone who's never been on the floor?
I would say that it's probably the speed of the auction itself. You know, that car hits the garage door, and by the time it is out the next door, it's about 90 seconds from start to finish. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's fast. It's fast paced. Once that car gets on the block, the auctioneer either makes the announcements and then they start taking bids. And before the last bid is taken, that vehicle is running out the door.
Okay.
That's probably
Yeah,
the
I have
biggest
been to the
thing.
auction, seen that speed, and you're not lying. um, so on the day of the auction, what's the biggest pulse check that you do, Chuck? Like, how do you gauge if it's going to be a great auction day versus maybe a tough one?
Previous to the sale starting, my biggest thing is I look out the front door, and if my parking lot is half empty, then I get concerned. If my parking lot's full, I know that I got the right mix of vehicles for the buyers. And that's, an auction takes the buyers and the sellers, not just the sellers or not just the buyers, because you got to have both to make it work. So if the parking lot's half empty, I'm a little concerned. But then once everybody gets here, then it's golden. And on the other end of that spectrum, for the sellers, the first 20 cars, just like any other auction, our best consigners are at the beginning of the auction. And those are typically the ones that sell their vehicles and the buyers that want to buy them. So within the first 30 cars, if we've sold a lot of cars, we're going to have a good auction.
Gotcha. So when you look at dealers who frequent Fairway Auto Auction and consistently walk away with success, what are the top 2 to 3 habits that they have in common?
They check out the vehicles before the auction. Most of our top buyers will get here 3 hours before the auction starts. Some of them even come on Monday night and check out the cars. And then they're not afraid to bid against somebody that they think isn't going to really buy the car. That's the main thing. Everybody thinks that because somebody else is bidding on it or not bidding on it, they know something that you don't know. And the most successful dealers set a price and usually try to stick to that price. If it goes under it, good for them. If it goes over it, well, I missed it. So that seems to be the thing that most of the successful dealers do try to accomplish.
Okay. Well, is there one thing a dealer can do to build a better relationship with the auction staff that makes their experience and the auctions run smoother?
Sure. Your first time at the auction, look for as many people as you can to introduce yourself to, or usually find the general manager and let them know that it's your first time at the auction. And they are generally more than happy to get you the lay of the land, introduce you to the girl that's going to be taking your money or getting your titles from you, the auctioneers, how the lanes run, how the lot is set up, where the cars will be once you bought them. You know, all those little things that they don't think about until sale day. You need that knowledge.
Yeah, I would agree. As I said, I visited the lanes at a different auction, and there's a lot going on at once. So that's actually very settling to know that a GM would be, happy to either help you themselves or put you with someone that can kind of give you that lay of the land.
Absolutely.
So, auction day is obviously it's a very fast paced environment. What do you love, Chuck, about the community at Fairway Auto, and how do you want dealers to feel when they pull onto your lot?
Well, our auction is a family run business, so we make our dealers feel like they're part of the family. We feed them breakfast twice a month. We have drawings every week. We make them feel like they're part of the family, and we want them to come back. We want them to be happy. We want them to feel good about their purchases or their selling, and we try to make it. If they have a problem, come and see us. We're more than happy. We'll sit down and talk to you right then and there. We're not going to say, well, come back tomorrow and we'll talk to you. We talk to them right away when they have a problem, and we usually can accomplish what makes everybody happy. It's a business just like any other business. It has to be good for both sides in order to make it a good transaction.
I love that. When you talk family business versus like big corporation, I aligned with you immediately, and I think that's why it's such a good fit with our dealers and your auction, because U.S. dealer licensing, we're very committed as well to helping our new dealers, providing the training, answering the questions. You've worked with Becky, and like our back office people
Absolutely.
are always available to help with that. And I feel like we're a family owned business, even though we aren't. So that very much resonated with me. Chuck, when we talk about good things to know for the new dealer in our network who might be feeling a bit intimidated about their first visit to Fairway Auto Auction or any other auction, what is one piece of advice you give them so that they would feel like a pro from day one?
I think the biggest advice I would give them is make sure you go to the auction's website, look at their rules and regulations, also see if there's a registration packet on there that you can get filled out before you come to the auction. Call the auction and say, hey, how do I register? Don't call it 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Call the auction beforehand, get a week before or whatever, but try to get registered and know the rules. And if you have a question, ask the auctioneer, ask the ringman, ask the clerk, ask anybody that's an employee. If you have a question, don't assume, because that doesn't do anybody any good. It just aggravates everybody. So the biggest thing is do your homework ahead of time.
Yeah, we've been working, Becky and I have been working on actually a podcast regarding arbitration.
For sure.
And how important that is to understand that. And I believe that is available on most websites to review. And, not knowing that could make or break you.
Absolutely.
So with that said, are there any insider aspects of your auction, like specific services or processes that dealers often overlook but could really use to their advantage?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we offer that not a lot of people do offer is free pickup of your vehicles for the auction. We'll go within 150 miles of our location and pick up your vehicles for free. We do bring every vehicle back, and we do vacuum them and make sure that they're cleaned out and presentable as much as they can be for the auction. And another thing that we offer that a lot of auctions don't offer is if you drop your vehicle off anytime before 9 a.m. on Monday morning, we offer you a sale fee of a flat $50. No matter if the car sells for $50 or it sells for 50,000. If you have dropped that vehicle off to us, if you brought it and had it here on property before 9 a.m. on Monday, you get a $50 sale fee, no matter what.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chuck, is there a common rookie mistake you see new dealers make that you wish you had a magic wand you could fix?
I think the biggest rookie mistake is that not knowing what car you're bidding on. You know, especially in today's world with video screens and online bidding and all those things that go into it. In previous years, you were just bidding on the car that was right in front of you. But sometimes you're bidding on the car that's on the video screen. And people, either online or even in person, get confused as to what car they're bidding on. And so that's probably the biggest rookie mistake is make sure you know. And again, if you don't know, ask. It's better to ask than to wind up with a vehicle that you really didn't want.
Sure, no one wants that.
Right.
We'll talk again. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to chat with us, particularly before a holiday weekend.
Of course.
So with that being said, I wish you a very happy and safe 4th of July.
Same to you. Thank you.